So, as you all know, this is the revision class and the topic is what? Cholesterol metabolism. Now about cholesterol metabolism, the synthesis, this is something that you have to learn and mug up. No, you have to practice and learn and mug up and write it in your papers. There's nothing to explain in synthesis, right? Agreed or not? There's nothing to explain in the steps and synthesis. You have to practice again and again, learn, then again forget, then again learn, then again forget. It's a cycle. So nothing to explain there. But still I'll tell you the important steps, which steps you can't miss at all, where do you need to know what is the rate limiting step, in which step ATP is being used and everything, what is the most important step, what is the precursor step. I'll tell you about this, but ultimately these steps, that's why I wrote it at the end, because ultimately you have to learn it by yourself, there's nothing to explain. Now in this whole scenario of cholesterol metabolism, what you need to know and what can be explained is simple things, simple steps. First is what is the site of cholesterol production? Where is cholesterol produced in our body? Liver, intestine, right. What is the normal level of cholesterol in our body? Simple, 120 to 200. Okay, now how is cholesterol produced? Where is cholesterol produced? And what is the fate of cholesterol? How it is synthesized, how it is metabolized, how it is transported. This is what you need to understand, basic simple things you need to know. And rest plus steps, you have to mug it up and write. Alright? Okay. So let's start. About cholesterol, cholesterol is what? Cholesterol is what? Cholesterol is what? Lipid. Protein, what? Yes. Okay. Where it is produced? In liver and everything. Do we need cholesterol in our body? Yes, it is important. What are its functions? Cholesterol is produced in liver. Exogenously, we take it through diet. Endogenously, it is produced in our liver and also in intestine. And what are the functions of cholesterol? Why it is needed? For steroid hormone synthesis, for bile salts production, for maintaining the structural integrity of cell structure. Cell structure is fluid in nature. Cholesterol gives stability to the cell structure. That's why cholesterol is important. Okay. So these are the functions of cholesterol. So you need to know all these functions. Now cholesterol is being produced. Either we took it through diet or it is being produced in our liver. Now it will get transported. How are the cholesterol? Now it is produced in our liver. Understood till then? Okay. Cholesterol is produced. Now for performing its functions, it needs to be transported, right? How it is transported? How it is transported? Is cholesterol dissolved in water? Is it soluble in water? No, it is not soluble in water. It's insoluble in water and plasma. So how do you transport it? How it can be transported? Huh? With the help of lipoproteins, right? Lipoproteins. So what are lipoproteins? LDL, VLDL, chylomicrons, all these things are lipoproteins. Lipoproteins helps cholesterol to get transported in our body so that it can perform the various functions. Alright? Okay. So transport. So this is the basic structure of transport. Exogenous sources of cholesterol is what? What we take through diet, right? What we take through diet. What are the lipoproteins that we take through diet? Chylomicrons. So it will transport cholesterol from where to where? From intestines, diet to liver, from intestine to liver or from diet to liver. All right. Similarly, VLDL from liver, it is being produced. VLDL is produced where? In liver. VLDL is produced in liver. From liver, it will get to the tissues. All right, through capillaries. And LDL from cholesterol to the tissues. LDL is the main carrier of cholesterol, to the tissues, and HDL from tissues to back to liver. Alright. So this is a basic understanding of transport. I will tell you about the pathways later. Now cholesterol is being transported. Now what is the fate of cholesterol? It is being produced, it is being transported. Ultimately what is the fate? Either it will perform its functions or it will get excreted from our body. Right? Okay. So functions, I already told you what are the functions of cholesterol, and the rest of the cholesterol will get excreted in the form of what? Cholesterol esters. Okay. So it is being produced in our body, it is being transported, and it will do its functions now, and the rest will get excreted in the form of cholesterol esters. Clear this simple thing? Clear or not? So this is the whole fate of cholesterol that happens in our body. We need a certain amount of cholesterol for performing certain functions. The cholesterol, either we take it exogenously through diet, or it is endogenously produced in our body in liver and intestines. That produced liver from the diet, from intestine or from the liver, is being transported through chylomicrons or lipoproteins, VLDL and everything. All these are chylomicrons, VLDL, LDL, all these are lipoproteins. These are transported through lipoproteins. They perform their various functions after being transported to the various sites, and when the functions are being done, they get excreted in the form of cholesterol esters. So this is the whole story of cholesterol in our body. Understood? Clear? Okay. So we will see how it is being transported now. Simple. Exogenous pathway is very, very simple. No exogenous pathway, simply we take cholesterol through diet, chylomicrons will transport the cholesterol to the where? To the rest of the liver. Chylomicrons to the capillaries. Through capillaries, it will get converted, it will get hydrolyzed, and it will get converted into free fatty acids, because it will perform its function in the form of free fatty acids only. No, from chylomicrons, capillaries will take up and get hydrolyzed. Chylomicrons get hydrolyzed to form free fatty acids. Free fatty acids goes to the tissues to perform their functions, and the rest of the goes to the liver. Alright, so this is the exogenous pathway. Endogenous pathway is what? Endogenous is what? What is being produced in our own body at liver. Alright. So exogenous pathway is liver makes VLDL. I already told you liver makes VLDL. Alright. And this VLDL goes to the tissues. This is all about the exogenous pathway. Okay. So in liver, triglycerides are produced. Triglycerides plus cholesterol. This whole thing is happening in liver. Alright. So triglyceride plus cholesterol makes VLDL in liver. Okay. Triglycerides plus cholesterol will make what? VLDL. This VLDL is released in our bloodstream or capillaries. Are you getting my point? Are you getting? Triglycerides are being produced in liver. Cholesterol are being produced in liver. Triglycerides plus cholesterol make up VLDL. This VLDL will get released in our bloodstream. From bloodstream, the TGA is hydrolyzed to form free fatty acids. In bloodstream, again free fatty acids are being formed. This free fatty acids will go to the tissues. Similar, free fatty acid will go to the tissues. Now after losing the triglycerides, the VLDL becomes what? ILD. After losing the triglycerides and becoming free fatty acids, the VLDL becomes ILD. Okay, ILD gets converted into LDL, and LDL is the main carrier of cholesterol to the tissues. Clear? Clear everybody how the endogenous pathway happens? Clear? Okay. Now it has got to the tissues. Now it will perform these functions, all these functions. You read more about these functions. What are the steroid hormones that are being synthesized? Bile salts production, bile acid production, vitamin D production, maintaining the integrity and cell stability, cell wall stability. All these functions it will get produced, and ultimately it will get excreted in the form of cholesterol esters. Okay, clear? Now we will see these steps. Now I already told you these steps are something that you need to learn and mug up. Nothing to explain in these steps. You have to learn squalene, lanosterol, zymosterol, desmosterol, cholesterol, all these things you have to mug up and learn and write in your papers. After exam anyway you will forget, then again you learn, then again you rewrite and learn and write. So this process goes on. Here nothing is as much there to explain as such. Still I am telling you the steps, you see how much you can remember and then you revise. Okay. So acetyl-CoA, so I will tell you what. You read about glycolysis, right? So what were the end products of glycolysis? Acetyl-CoA? No. End product of glycolysis is acetyl-CoA. Pyruvate and lactate. Who said acetyl-CoA? Somebody said acetyl-CoA. Okay. End product of glycolysis is what? Pyruvate and lactate. Alright. So in presence of pyruvate and ATP. So in the presence of oxygen, what happens to the pyruvate? And in the absence of oxygen, what happens to the pyruvate? Acetyl-CoA, yes. In the presence of oxygen, acetyl-CoA gets formed, and in the absence of oxygen, it will enter the tissues and muscles and everything, and lactate, different anaerobic cycle of glycolysis will happen. Okay. So in the presence of oxygen, it will form acetyl-CoA. Now what is the acetyl-CoA? What is the main function of acetyl-CoA? What it will give rise to? Acetyl-CoA will enter two pathways. What are the two pathways? TCA cycle and ketogenesis, right, and also cholesterol synthesis. Okay. So ketogenesis will start happening in another direction. It will go to the brains and muscles and all those organs. Ketogenesis will occur, and the rest is cholesterol synthesis. Okay. So this acetyl CoA, in the presence of oxygen, pyruvate becomes acetyl CoA, and this acetyl CoA will aid in cholesterol synthesis. Okay. So two acetyl CoA molecules. Acetyl CoA is how many carbon compound? Huh? Acetyl CoA? 2 carbon compound, I think. No? I think acetyl CoA is 2 carbon compound. And cholesterol is how many carbon compound? 27. Yes. Cholesterol, so it is a very complex process. From 2 carbon, 27 carbon is a very complex process, right? So it goes through multiple steps. Okay. In different books, in different sources, you will find different metabolism, cholesterol metabolism flowchart. I took the one which I felt right. You see in your book what is the metabolism, what is the chart that is given. You learn what is suitable for you. I took this one from different source. If you feel that this is good for you, you can write it. If you feel that your book one is good for you, you can learn from there, or any other sources, you can learn from there too. Because there are multiple steps. From squalene to cholesterol, there are 19 steps. You cannot remember 19 steps, right? You have to only remember the important ones. You cannot miss the important ones. So you see what you feel like learning without missing the important steps, you take that chart. Okay. So 2 acetyl CoA will form acetoacetyl CoA. This enzyme is acetoacetyl synthesis, and acetoacetyl CoA in the presence of HMG CoA synthesis will form what? HMG CoA, right? This is a very important step. Now HMG CoA to mevalonate is the rate limiting step. Okay. It is a rate limiting step, and the enzyme is what? HMG CoA reductase. Okay. Now mevalonate has been formed. Alright. And the next step is where ATP is being used in cholesterol synthesis. From mevalonate to 3-phosphor-5-pyrophosphomethylonate is the step where ATP is being used. Okay. So this is a rate limiting step, and this is the step where ATP is being used. So this is formed. Now the next step is isopentyl pyrophosphate. Alright. From isopentyl pyrophosphate, same geranyl pyrophosphate, then squalene synthesis will act. Squalene will form. Squalene from lanosterol, lanosterol to zymosterol, zymosterol to desmosterol, and then finally cholesterol is being formed. Okay, clear? Clear? Now this is all mug up thing. This is nothing, there is nothing to explain over here. These are the important steps which you cannot miss. If you want to minus any step or add any step according to your convenience, you can, but these are the important steps. At least this much I think you should remember. You can cancel this step for max, like isopentyl pyrophosphate or 3-phosphopyrophosphomethylonate you can cancel if you want to cancel. Otherwise all the steps are important over here. Okay. So these are the steps. Understood cholesterol in a nutshell? Simple topic. Or else anything else you want to know from transport, endogenous, exogenous pathway or anything like that? I think I covered what is there. More than that you don't need in cholesterol metabolism. If cholesterol metabolism is being asked and you write the answer like this, I think you should get in marks.